But it seems like Britney Griner has confirmed that she is a male. She's a man. And it's all because she's confirming seemingly that she fathered her child.
I am 9 years all-star, baby, okay? I get to be the old school, I'm Papa B at the all-star, okay? Yeah.
After the game, you could clearly see what she was saying.
Talking about earlier today.
Britney Griner is spiraling, and this time, it has nothing to do with basketball. It all started courtside. One messy exchange during a heated matchup with rookie phenom Caitlin Clark, and suddenly, what should have been throwaway trash talk turned into something way bigger. Because whatever Britney said on that mic, it didn't just offend people, it ignited accusations. Within hours, fans were dissecting every frame, stitching the clip with old shirtless footage, comparing voice recordings, and reviving long-buried rumors, until one theory took over the internet. Britney Griner might be a biological male, and the WNBA has allegedly been covering it up. But it didn't stop there. Alleged leaked medical details began flooding comment sections and Reddit threads. Fans claimed they saw signs of intersex traits, elevated testosterone, and even evidence of a deep, years-long cover-up, one the league may have knowingly protected. And now, Britney's panicking behind the scenes. The WNBA is stone silent, sponsors are freezing campaigns, and the public demanding answers. Because if even a fraction of this is true, this wouldn't just be a scandal. It would be the biggest biological fraud in sports history. Let's break it down. This whole storm started with one courtside blow-up, and the fallout still growing by the minute. It was a high-tension matchup. Britney Griner was clashing with rookie phenom Caitlin Clark, and after a call she didn't like, Griner turned to the ref and lashed out. She reportedly called Caitlin an effing white girl, but that's not what had people clutching their phones. In this interview clip, Britney responds when asked about the alleged slur. Her tone, dismissive, defensive. Some felt it was a genuine denial. Others said she looked uncomfortable, like she knew she got caught.
A lot of people believe what you said was effing white girl or effing white girls. Is it possible that's what you said?
No, would never say that. Like, there's no place for that in our league. Wouldn't say that.
So even though you can't remember, you know that was not what you said?
I know it wasn't that because I wouldn't use that type of language.
Lip readers swear she added something else. Something that made everyone pause, because they believe she also called herself a man. The delivery? Calm, unapologetic, no sarcasm, just cold and matter of fact, and it sent the internet into meltdown mode. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere.
For the ticky-tack fouls that we were talking about earlier today.
That pretty much sounds like trash effing white girl. Yeah. I mean, let's just be honest.
Some fans thought it was just trash talk. Others said it wasn't a joke at all, that it was a full-on slip. And y'all, this wasn't just TikTok being messy. It hit the mainstream. Podcasters, analysts, even news anchors started asking, was that just heat of the moment hype? Or was that a hidden truth coming out? And that's when the real digging began. This is where things went from messy to straight up disturbing. After the mic'd up moment exploded, fans started pulling receipts, and one resurfaced video lit a match under everything. An old Instagram story showed Britney shirtless, fully exposed, no filters, no censor blur, just up there, raw. In this clip, reposted from X, you see Britney playing without a shirt. The part that had people shook, Instagram's algorithm didn't flag the post, not as nudity, not as inappropriate. It classified her chest as male.
Flag you, Britney. Let me see something real quick. Brick, thank you. Get the out of here, yo. Yeah.
Now, y'all know how strict Instagram is when it comes to women and nudity. One slip and your post is gone in seconds. But this clip, it stayed public. No warning, no ban. Just ignored. That's when fans started asking, was that a glitch? Or did the AI see something we've been told not to question? Suddenly, it wasn't just about what Britney said during the game, it was about what her body was saying too. The clip started getting stitched with the mic moment. People compared her chest, her voice, even her physique to male athletes. Old clips got analyzed, threads started flying. Voice comparisons, hormone speculations, body scans, it became a full-blown internet investigation. In this resurfaced clip, you can hear Britney speaking in her usual tone, But what stood out to fans was the deepness and bass in her voice. Many started using this as evidence, saying it added fuel to the theory that something about her identity was being hidden.
Pass! 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 I am 9 years all-star, baby, okay? I get to be the old school, I'm Papa B at the all-star, okay? Yeah, young legs. Get your shot, baby, get buckets!
And just like that, the narrative flipped. After that sideline moment and the shirtless video started making the rounds again, the internet did what it does best. It went into full-on detective mode. And what it found only made the whispers louder. A new theory started dominating the conversation, that Britney Griner isn't just dominant, she might be biologically different in a way the WNBA never wanted the world to know. Some speculated she could be intersex. Others claimed she was born with a rare condition that naturally elevates testosterone. Then there were the ones saying she underwent hormone therapy. Or worse, that she was born male and that the truth had been buried since day one. And just when the theories seemed to hit a peak, fans pulled out this next clip, and it took the chaos to a whole new level. In this TikTok, a fan breaks down all the rumors that have been swirling for years, from Britney's deep voice to her dating history, to wild claims that she allegedly got a girlfriend pregnant. Let's roll it.
But when you actually listen to Britney Griner's voice is very, very masculine, okay? Now, Britney Griner is also a lesbian, and we found out probably about, 3-4 months ago that Britney Griner's lover, Cheryl, a woman, actually got pregnant. And a lot of people had questions, man. How did this happen?
Now, is there hard evidence? A leaked medical chart? An official diagnosis? Number. But that didn't stop people from connecting the dots like it was a true crime board. Because when you've got a chest Instagram flagged as male, a voice that sparked debate for years, a courtside comment that seemed way too specific to be random, people aren't just scrolling past anymore. They're saying, hold up, something here ain't sitting right. And that's when the league got pulled into the crossfire. Because the WNBA has policies, guidelines, medical protocols. If Britney has any kind of biological advantage, even something she was born with, fans want to know why that's never been addressed, why no one said a word. And the most popular theory? The league knew, or at least suspected. But instead of investigating, they allegedly protected their star player. They chose optics over accountability. While the internet's in chaos, dissecting every clip and pixel, the WNBA has been radio silent. No tweet, no statement, no press junket damage control, nothing. And at this point, that silence isn't neutral. It's starting to look like guilt. This is a league that prides itself on progressiveness. They've got detailed policies for trans athletes, hormone tracking, and gender eligibility. So now that the public's asking real, pointed questions about Britney's biology, why the stone cold quiet, the silence is loud. And fans, they're catching on fast, especially after clips like this one started making rounds, not only calling out the double standards, but pointing out Britney's own stance on trans inclusion. In this podcast, the host calls out the irony of Britney pushing for trans men to compete in women's sports, even as her own eligibility is under fire. Let's take a listen.
Bro, she's advocating for, Britney Griner supports that. So like,
doing trans?
She wants trans women to be able to participate in women's sports.
And fans are catching on. Because when your most high-profile player becomes the center of a viral identity scandal and you don't say anything, it doesn't look like discretion. It looks like you've got something to hide. Think about it. Britney isn't just a player. She's been the face of the league. She was part of a massive political prisoner swap. She's done national interviews. She's not just an athlete, she's a symbol. And that's exactly why her past has always been treated with extra care by the media, until now. In this interview snippet, Britney opens up about her time locked away in Russia, the trauma, the isolation, the global attention. It's one of many moments that helped shape her public image as a survivor, not just a star.
And cannabis oil is found, which you know is illegal there. Mm-hmm. What is racing through your mind during that time?
Just everything that I'm not gonna see. I'm thinking about my wife,
thinking about what my family's gonna think, public opinion's gonna think.
But now, that survivor image is being tested. Because if there's even a chance she's been playing with a biological advantage, and the league hasn't been transparent about that, then this isn't just about competition. It's about credibility. And the fact that the WNBA is saying nothing, that's looking less like strategy and more like a cover-up. Now, while the internet was already spiraling over Britney Griner's comments and the medical whispers that followed, another name kept getting dragged deeper into the mess: Caitlin Clark. Now listen, Caitlin didn't ask to be in this drama, but her rise, it shook the league. She came in swinging, rookie season, sold out arenas, breaking records, bringing in ratings the WNBA hadn't seen in years. Like, this girl didn't just show up, she redefined the moment. Here's a quick look at what had fans obsessed. This is Caitlin Clark dropping buckets with ease in her first few games. The speed, the range, the confidence. It's clips like these that built her fan base overnight and sparked the envy behind the scenes.
Caitlin Clark all night tonight. Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects! The young one here, Caitlin Clark, just dancing with the basketball, going to her left, stepping into it. Back Bentley. Here's Clark, a good look from three. She got it!
But that kind of spotlight, yeah, it rubs some folks the wrong way, especially vets who've been grinding in the league for over a decade without this level of shine. And now you can see why Britney Griner is jealous. Even the media couldn't help but weigh on this. And nobody came harder than conservative podcaster Patrick Bet-David. He didn't hold back. On his show, he straight up mocked Britney's complaints about fans being too loud at Caitlin Clark's games, calling it out as ungrateful and out of touch. Here's the moment that blew up online. Patrick calling out Britney for complaining about fan noise, despite those same fans being the reason she's getting paid.
And then I'm going to go to Adam. Put the quote of Britney Griner, what she said about the NBA. This is so funny how all this stuff works out, right? She says, this is from Britney. Every time we play her, there's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there, watching on purpose. It's very disruptive. It's called the freaking game that they pay you money to play. Don't play the game.
That moment went viral. Hundreds of thousands of views in hours. And Patrick wasn't alone. From Twitter Spaces to sports radio to YouTube commentary channels, everybody had something to say. They called Britney ungrateful, entitled, out of touch. And once that fire started, it didn't stop at her attitude. One side wasn't holding back. They were done debating. To them, Britney Griner's hot mic moment wasn't just trash talk. That grown man comment was the last straw. They said it confirmed everything they'd been speculating. The conversation turned militant. Posts were going viral saying things like, "Get him off the court until determined. Enforce WNBA policy. No men. Wasn't he in a men's prison in Russia? If Britney Griner seriously injures a woman player, and if Britney is a man, can the WNBA be sued for big money?" The league said nothing. Not one interview, not a single social post, not even a vague clarification. And that silence, it only added fuel to the fire. Now let's talk about what's been bubbling under the surface. The whispers from inside locker rooms and boardrooms that have been floating around for years are allegedly saying the same thing. People in the league knew. They won't go on record. But behind the scenes, the claims are eerily consistent. That Britney's paperwork was incomplete. That certain questions were raised about her physical dominance early in her career and quietly brushed aside. Why? Because Britney Griner isn't just another athlete. She's a symbol, a global brand. So where exactly is Britney Griner in the middle of all this chaos? According to sources close to the situation, she's not taking it lightly. Behind the scenes, Britney is reportedly panicking, not necessarily because she feels guilty, but because of how quickly the narrative has flipped against her. Insiders say she's been venting privately to teammates, calling the backlash not only cruel, but deeply rooted in transphobia and racism. She believes people have always had a problem with how she moves through the world, her height, her build, her voice, her dominance on the court, and that this controversy is just the latest excuse to punish her for refusing to conform. Too strong, too masculine, too visible. In her eyes, this isn't about science. It's about bias, a long-running discomfort people have had with women who don't fit the mold, and she's done trying to squeeze herself into one. And honestly, she might have a point. Because let's be real, a lot of the voices calling for blood tests and eligibility probes aren't coming from a place of pure concern for fairness. There are political motives, culture war agendas, and deep-seated fears driving much of the outrage. And this scandal just gave them the perfect headline to latch onto. And the scariest part? If just one more piece of evidence surfaces, one medical document, one teammate who finally speaks out, one whistleblower with the right receipts, this won't just be a messy controversy. It'll be a full-blown reckoning. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Because trust me, another name is already trending.